Hello, this is Montremain and welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Figure Out Kerbal Space Program. In episode 3, I finished my missions, I killed some tourists, and I ended the episode wondering whether I should upgrade the astronaut complex to do some EVA in space and get back some reports from the Science Junior, or to go and orbit Kerbin with the contract. I chose to go orbit Kerbin. I recorded it, but the sound of the footage is too low. Well, my voice is too low, and you cannot hear me behind the music and the sounds. So I'll just do a brief recap of what happened. This is Orbiter Mark 1 that I built to go into orbit. It's roughly the same as in the tutorial, with some exceptions. So first, I added a Probobododyne Stepotnik to avoid putting a Kerbal at risk. And another change is the tutorial rocket uses RCS thrusters to steer. I don't have access to these, and when you do the tutorial mission, if you don't follow the trajectory they're giving you, you don't have enough fuel to orbit the planet. So I replaced the RCS tank with a regular tank, just to have a little bit more fuel. So I rewatched the footage without the sound and tried to comment over it quickly with accelerated speed. So in my first attempt, the craft started tilting to the left just a bit, you can see it, and I tried to correct it, and it was very hard. I had a lot of trouble steering the rocket. You see, I cannot steer it on the right exactly, and I was having lots of trouble to follow the trajectory I wanted. So I staged everything and abort the missions. And I relaunched exactly with the same rocket, but I tilted on the right at the start of the flight. And you see, I'm tilting a bit too much, so I'm trying to counterbalance it, but I had a lot of trouble doing it. Like, this rocket has problems steering, and maybe that's because I don't have the RCS thruster. Like, I think the fins I thought they were able to steer the rocket, but they are not. I need to unlock another tech. Well, in the end, fighting the rocket, I succeeded in stabilizing it. Yeah, so I ended up with a very high apoapsis. I was aiming for 80,000 meters, but I was watching the rocket and not the map, so I didn't know where my apoapsis was. So I waited until getting over there, but it seemed like you can see no red. I'll pause right now. You can see no red line between the space center and my rocket, and I couldn't steer the rocket anymore. So even though I had some fuel left and I had a good apoapsis, I wasn't sure if I would be able to finish the orbit. I'm not sure why I lost contact. There was no pilot, so I cannot control the rocket, it seems, if I don't have a direct line of transmission with the center. And I don't know if the limiting factor was the distance, or if I was out of line of sight from here. So I'll have to do some tests to check this, because if I launch other rockets without pilots, don't want this to happen again. So I was about to abort the mission, just wait until the rocket landed, or crashed, to try it again with the pilot. But later down the line, another line appeared. There must be. I remember back in the day there were abandoned space centers. So I reached one of them and I was able to finish my orbit. So the mission was done. And I was quite happy about this. And it seems like going around there are several of these centers. I can control a drone around the planet. It just there are some spots where I won't be able to maneuver. So I had a little bit of fuel left and I decided to not stage the last part of the rocket and try to land it as is, because without pilots it wasn't a big risk, like just some money. I think it's 2,000 I get back from this, and by waiting the right moment and using my fuel to brake, I was able to land the rocket. And I got 6 science from it, and some money back, but not much from like recovering the fuel, and the engine was like 400, so almost nothing. But it's good to know for later. Okay, we're back into the real game. So I was wondering what should I do next, and there's a new mission here to explore the moon, and all I need to do is a flyby. What it means is I need to get into the sphere of influence of the moon. So if I do this, I get a bunch of money and some science. I think I have all the tech I need to do this. So I built the Mooner Mark 1, which is the same rocket, the one to go in orbit, with just more fuel. And to know how much fuel I need, I just compared this value, like the TWR and the time of the burn from the orbiter one, and I added more fuel to. I wanted more fuel in the last stage to be able to reach to the moon, and after this correct my trajectory to get back to the planet. So I just doubled the fuel on this. You need to take into account this added fuel, this added mass, in fact, to reach space and do the orbit. So for the 2 first stages, I just want the same amount of burn for the same W thrust to weight ratio. The problem is I had trouble steering the rocket, but this one is bigger, so I'll have probably more problem steering it, so I don't want to launch this right now. What I'd rather do is unlock new fins. You have new fins available with like controllable fins, which will help you to steer. I don't know if they're enough or not, but they exist. I want to try them, but I need 15 science for this. So I have 3 options, I think, to do this. Get this science. I can again upgrade the astronaut complex. I'm not sure. I don't want to do this. The reason why I went to orbit was because I could, but also because upgrading this will cost money, and this cost a lot of money to upgrade the vehicle assembly building. I can only make rockets with 30 parts in it, so if I want to build big rockets, I need to upgrade this, and I think I'm around 25 for Orbiter 1 or Mooner 1. I can check this. The Orbiter 1 is 25 parts, and the Mooner is 21. Yeah, because I have less parachutes and no Sputnik drones. On the top, maybe less electricity. Yeah, I removed the electricity because I don't need it. I don't have the drone to consume this. But still, 25 parts for Orbiter 1. So if I want to upgrade Orbiter 1 to do something else, I'll be blocked by the building. And I don't have enough money to build this right now, so I don't want to spend money in the astronaut complex if I can avoid it. The second option is to build a small rocket with a bunch of science, and each of these buildings was a biome back in the day. I don't know if it's still the case or not, but I want to try. Could get a bunch of science doing mystery goose, science junior, temperature and pressure, and EVA and everything I can do in each of these biomes, and it will be almost free. Only the fuel. I don't expect the rocket to get destroyed, and I won't have to stage anything, I don't think. It's a small flight. It should be safe if I put a lot of parachutes on it, just in case. So I can get the 15 science I need this way. I think I can. Maybe it won't be enough, but it should be. With the Science Junior, I'm pretty confident it will be enough. And the last option would be to do some missions. Like, the missions give you a bit of science, and I'll get money as I do this. And with this money, I'll be able to upgrade the vehicle assembly building, and I think I will have to upgrade the launch pad pretty soon, but it's kind of cheap. Like, it's a third of what I have, but compared to the vehicle assembly building, it's cheap. So I think I'll try to do some missions. If it's not enough, I can always explore the biomes inside the center. And the other reason I want to do the missions is I want to replace this mission with missions I can do. Like, if I reach the moon, maybe the mission I will have will be to do something around the moon. And I might not be able to build a rocket able to do this without the VAB, Vehicle Assembly Building, upgrade. So right now I expect the missions, the new missions, to do something in orbit around Caribbean, or maybe on a suborbital trajectory if I'm lucky. So I want to do these missions before exploring the moon and get as much money as I can before going further. So I just check this mission and I'll get back with my choices. Okay, I took 2 missions in flight over Caribbean. One is to test the big solid fuel booster at an altitude of above 8,000. I think the altitude and speed are easy to achieve. The problem is the temper is very heavy, so it might be difficult, but it's giving me good money, like 20,000. Is more than like killing or not killing tourists. So I do this, and this one is around the same. I just need to reach higher altitude with like the third liquid fuel engines or small engines that you can put on the side of your rockets. So I'll try to build first I'll check if I have any science to do in low orbit, but I don't think so. Or I could do a Science Junior and the Mystery Goo. So maybe 2 Science Junior and 1 Mystery Goo I need? Maybe. Let's see, I'll try to make a rocket to do both missions at once. Okay, so this is the rocket for the first attempt. The first test I need to do is the temper solid fuel, this one. I'm not sure if I can test this if they are already triggered. So I'm using everything to reach the altitude. So maybe the mission won't work, but at least I know it. And oh, I need a decoupler over there. So I want to be able to decelerate if needed. So what I did, oh, maybe I should put a bit more thrust, just in case. I limited the thrust of the solid fuel so that when it's almost empty, it will just carry its weight, because I cannot stop the solid booster, and because of this, it will burn for a long time, but it will help the smaller engines to lift the rocket. So I think let's go and try this. Oh, I need to remove the pilot. I don't want to risk anyone for this. Oh, and I just checked my problem with I had in space controlling the drone. I don't think it can be a problem of range, because I should be able to control it within a distance of 3 million meters, so 3,000 kilometers, and I was way below that. So I think I lost vision. I lost line of sight of the space center. Is what happened. Okay, stop talking, and we'll try this. Okay, I think everything's ready. I just need to keep an eye on what's happening with the missions, and I hope I have enough speed to do what is required for me. I should tilt, even if it's just a mission to test contracts. I need to be efficient, but I don't need to reach space though. I'm too fast. I'm way too fast. Oh, I can accelerate a bit. Just I must not go above 350 before I reach the right altitude. Oh, I can test it. Run test. Mission done. Great. Now I want... Do I want more speed? No, I don't want more speed. Oh, I went too fast. Maybe I can try to turn around, something like that, because I'm going way too fast, and I'm accelerating right now. And I'm still gaining speed, and the solid fuel is not nearly done. Come on, I need to steer and change my speed, I think. Well, my apoapsis is not very high. I don't know what to do right now. I will have some fuel if I want to do stuff, like brake or accelerate. Oh yeah, I'm still gaining speed because I set the booster to carry himself. But I'm not going straight up, I'm going sideways. So my weight has no importance in this direction. I think that's what happens. Okay, let's see. Will I go too fast? Or not fast enough? Probably too fast. I'm 1,000 meters per second. Problem is, I can steer now. Maybe I won't be able to later. Well, I can't steer anymore. Okay, so I have no choice. If I don't have to accelerate, the mission is failed. Oh, but maybe if I steer enough, like if I can go sideways relative to the wind, I lose enough speed. Maybe. But I can't do anything anymore. Ah, come on, steer a bit. No, it's not working. I'm below the altitude, so I'm fucked. I need to stage if I want to get stuff back from it. Okay, we'll do another rocket for the second mission. Okay, I changed the rocket a bit. I put 2 Science Junior, forgot about them from the last try, and 2 Mystery Goose. I put the same amount of fuel, but just a straight rocket. So let's see how this behaves. Well, I'm just thinking, I forgot about the fins. It might be bad. Oh yeah, it's bad. I have trouble controlling this. Thankfully, there's no cardboard inside, so it should be okay. And I need to control the stuff. Oh, come on. Cut everything. Try to keep... Oh, but I lose the experiment. Oh, I'm just stupid. When I decouple this, it won't work. Maybe I'll be able to get back when the rocket will change orientation. Maybe I could now, if I wanted to. But I'm falling back. Yeah, no, there's no way I'll do the mission now. Okay, maybe I can bring the science back? A second report, and maybe another with Mystery Goose. 01 science. Okay, so I'll try to decelerate, and I try to not use... Oh, come on, how can I... The chutes? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm still falling, but not fast. Why the chutes aren't working? Okay, I lost everything. I didn't understood what happened here. I staged the parachutes, but they wouldn't do anything. Catastrophic failure. Okay, do I lose something from this? I don't think. Okay, so I'll try again, but with fins this time. And if I was able to control the other rockets with fins, there's no reason really to not be able with this one. I don't think. But it will be a good experiment. And I'll try to go a little bit higher to get like one experiment in the higher atmosphere, if I can. Oh, but I forgot how to stage again. Okay, this is stupid. Maybe I'll do the contract, but okay, it's way better now. I don't have to do anything, and the rocket is behaving in the right way. So when I'll be at 300 meters, I start decelerating. Maybe I can go all the way to 370, the max speed. Or maybe I'll keep the fuel to try to land correctly. So I'll do all the science I can. Oh, but with the fins I might not be able to. Yeah. Oh, I didn't run the test! I'm so stupid. Okay, test. Run test. Okay, mission down. Cut thrust. No, not this. Okay. I'll try to arrange my staging now. Why is it not deploying the chutes? Okay, I have to do it manually. I don't understand. Maybe like restaging requires you to stage again? I don't know. I don't want to try staging more, because I don't want to stage the decoupler. Can I remove it? Get out? No, it won't work. Okay, I'm losing speed. It might just not be enough. I'll help a bit. Okay, I did it. But I thought I failed because the drone wasn't responding once I was near the sea level. But like it seems at 7 meters per second, you don't destroy anything in the water. And I get 0.9 science back, which is better than nothing. A lot of money is back. Don't know what was costing a lot. Oh, Science Junior cost a lot. Mystery Goo cost a lot. Fuel Engine cost a lot. Yeah, alright. But it didn't cost me that much. So I did the contract, and I have some money now. Some more money. And some science. I think science was given to me. I want to unlock aviation, I think. Is that the one I want? To have the tail fins? No, I don't remember. No, I want this one. To get these fins, which have a control surface to allow me to steer, I think, while in the atmosphere. So yeah, I need 45, so I need 9 more. Okay, so yeah, I needed 15 before, so I got science from this. So let's choose some more missions. I don't want to do the focus temperature surveys. They require you to go to a specific place, and it's hard to set a destination for a rocket, I think. So either I'll wait until I have planes, or I won't do them at all. Also, the new missions aren't like I was expecting missions to be orbit cabin and test this or this part, but I even have one when I need to be landed. Maybe there are bigger parts. I don't know the TD-25, I don't think. The RT-10 solid fuel, I know him. So this seems doable, but it's kind of the same mission. This one is free, so I'll do it. Okay, done. So you have a bunch of crappy missions. I think crappy missions are replaced by other crappy missions, and maybe this one will be harder, I think. So this one, it seemed impossible to me to do this, but in fact while re-entering the atmosphere during the orbit, I achieved these kinds of values for altitude and speed. So a heat shield is not a big part. Maybe the next time I'll orbit, I'll try to do this mission. So I'll have to take a heat shield with me, just in case. I don't know if you can like launch a rocket, get back here, because when you're in space you can get back in the center. So get back, take this mission, and try to do it while getting back. But I have no other reason to orbit except to explore the moon. So maybe I need to do this. I need to take a small solid fuel booster in at very high altitude. And I'm just thinking, the big money and science maker is really the milestones contract set up for you. Like the first record keeping society. They give you a lot of money. Like really a lot. Like almost 300,000, and a bunch of science plus the science you get back from it. It's really like this only give me 25,000, and it's kind of hard to do. Like, oh no, maybe not. It's kind of hard. So, like, doing these missions, I'm not very fond of. Like flight over cabins, they're just boring, really. Even though they're easy to do, I have to do a ton of them to get all the science I need. And I thought I would have better missions later, but it's not the case. So what I do is the second option for now. I try to explore different biomes. Okay, and I present to you the Nothing Mark III. So it will not exactly do nothing, it will fly a bit, but not much. I put a bunch of parachutes just in case I can't steer the stuff and I have to save like the rockets. And try to get the science anyway. So 4 Science Junior, 4 Mystery Goose, 1 thermometer and 1 barometer. And I hope everything will be alright. Oh, come on. I need a better assembly building for this. Can I know? Oh, 35 parts. So I need to remove stuff. I guess I removed some parachutes. Maybe I was overdoing it. So I can add 1. And I will add 1. So I want to go like over there. Let's throttle up. Maybe not that fast. Oh, faster. Ah, come on. Oh no, this is bad. Bad. I don't know where I'm going. I'm not turning. Like, the navigable orientation is not the same. So I'm completely confused. Okay, let's go this way, cut everything, and shoot everything. We should land somewhere. Okay. Okay, I'm here, safe and sound. So, crew report. All the science. Okay, and we have it 14 science from this. So if I ever need more science, I can try the other building. So let's unlock flight control. I think I have some doubts. Maybe I should unlock other stuff before this. I think about the plan for next time, and I'll end the episode here. So next time we'll either go to orbit again and try to reach the moon, or figure out some other plan. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.